Salut, David Allman here, and today I want to talk to you about a new type of workstation. This is kind of a review, but also kind of an exploration of a new type of concept from M-Audio. M-Audio products are known for their MIDI controllers and sound cards, and today I'm going to use some of the newer M-Audio products along with one of their softwares called Ignite, which is going to bring together all these different hardwares to create music in a really something kind of new. What we have here is an M-Audio Axiom Air 61, which is a 61 key aftertouch sensitive keyboard, MIDI keyboard with all these control options here, with some pads for drums and some knobs and faders and quick transport options. The sound interface that we're going to use is an M-Audio MTrack Plus, which is a 2-channel professional, very sturdy sound card. We're going to look at the software side of things using M-Audio's Ignite. I don't know if I can call it really a DAW software, digital audio workstation. It's just different. So here is Ignite. I'm going to make this full screen, and I'm going to create a new project. Interface is super clean, and what we have here is a software that is going to make the bridge between my MIDI controller and my sound card. By default, Ignite is going to load a grand piano. Ignite recognized that I am using an Axiom Air 61. All the knobs are automatically assigned to the corresponding effects. So here, for example, if I want to change the room size, I can just use the corresponding knob. And so forth. That's for the instrument panel. Of course, Ignite comes with a bunch of different sounds, and I can access all the sounds by clicking on this tab here. And all the sounds are organized by category. So there's a bunch of different types of instruments. For instance, let's check out the guitars. And here, once I click that, I have two different options. The plus is going to be to add a new track to the grand piano that we have. Or this icon right here is going to simply replace the track we're working on, which by default is a grand piano, with this clean electric guitar. That's what we're going to do. And click on it, and now we have a clean electric guitar that is loaded. And I can simply do the same with all the different instruments. Let's go back to the main window and let's see what we have for the keyboards. Acoustic pianos, electric pianos, synthetic pianos. Let's check out the acoustic pianos and let's go with the ambient piano. See how that sounds. That's not bad. We're going to record our first track. The settings for this project are going to be found right here. I have the tempo that I can set by double clicking on it, and let's set it to 110. And then the swing, which we'll leave like that for now, the time signature, which we'll leave at a standard 4/4 signature, and the key signature, which we'll leave as C major for now. The metronome is accessed right here. If I click on it, I will hear the metronome. If I maintain my button pressed, I can alter the volume of the metronome. I'll put it a little bit lower. Perfect, and we'll record our first track. So I'm going to press the recording button right here or directly on my Axiom. And this is going to cycle through my measures. And it's not going to record anything until I actually play my idea. I can quantize this if I want by clicking this icon right here, and I will quantize this to 16th. Now that I have this, we're going to add a second track. So to do this, I'm going to click the big plus button right here, and you're going to choose another type of instrument. Let's go see what we have in the strings. Different types of strings here. Let's use the orchestral strings one. I'm going to click on this and I want to replace my grand piano by default, which is on the second track, with the orchestral strings. Let's record that on top of our first piano track that we had. I can use my transport buttons right away on my keyboard. Now these two tracks are going to play together at the same time if I click my play button. So far really there's nothing new compared to any standard DAW software. But Ignite is different. It's not like a full-blown studio type of software. You're probably not going to write a full album with this. This is designed for ideas. So let's start creating a few ideas using the principles that we've used before. So I'm going to change this grand piano with a different type of instrument, and I'm going to start recording with a synthesizer maybe. Let's do a soft pad. I'm going to replace my grand piano with the soft pad, and I'm going to start recording an idea. This could be idea 1. I can rename this track to idea 1. Notice the little play button here. I'm going to right click on it, and if I right click on it, well, this particular segment is not going to play. So I'm going to record a second idea. I'm going to pick a different type of instrument. For this, let's do, maybe we have a theme with hybrid strings. I'm going to add this track. This time I'm not going to replace my first track, but I'm going to add the hybrid string to my project. I have a second track, which is right here, and I'm going to record a simple idea with that instrument. Using my transport button, I press record. We'll call this idea 2. I can organize my ideas on the main arrangement window however I want. So I can drag it right here, however I want, and I can kind of make sense of my ideas the way I want. I just put them wherever I want on the screen. Now, let's say that I want to try to combine this idea 2 with idea 1. I want to see how they sound together. Well, idea 1, I'm gonna go on the little play button, right click on it. Now these two ideas are activated, so I press my space bar. Both are gonna play at the same time, regardless of where they are on the main arrangement window. That sounds pretty good to me. I want to keep that combined. So I'm going to combine both ideas by simply taking idea number 2 and sliding it closer to idea number 1. And once I release this, it's going to create a new multi-clip. These ideas are now combined together, and again, I can move them wherever I want to organize my big bucket of ideas. This idea is going to play if I press the spacebar, but if I don't want it to play, I'm going to right click again, and this is unactive right now. So I can start recording a third idea. So for this, let's pick, maybe we'll pick some drums. And I want to show you something really interesting with Ignite. I'm going to go into my drums right here. Let's use maybe an electronic percussion kit. I'm going to create a new track. I can use the percussive pads here if I want. No problem. And what I want to show you here is this new tab right here, which is the player tab. I am going to activate this player tab by clicking here. And what do we have? We have all these phrases that are activated. So if I press one of the keys on my keyboard, it's going to play a phrase. And there's three types of phrases that I can use. I can use a chord type of phrase if the instrument is a melodic instrument, which is not really the case here, or a phrase or an arpeggio if it were a keyboard or something like this. For here, since we're using percussive kit, well, I'm going to use the phrase mode. So if I press a key, I'm gonna have a phrase that is going to be synced automatically to the tempo that I chose, in this case 120. And I can make my change real time by simply pressing one of the colored keys here on my keyboard automatically. This is idea number 3. So I'm going to double click on this and name it idea 3. Kind of feeling in a creative mode, so I'm going to bypass idea 3 by right clicking on the play button, and I'm going to record a new idea. And I feel in a bass mood, so I'm going to add a bass track, and let's do maybe a finger bass, and I'm going to add a new track. If I activate the player mode on this bass track, I have the option to choose a chord or an arpeggio, because this is a melodic instrument. We're going to stick to the phrase mode here. Let's change that instrument. I don't like it. So I have my clip selected. I'm going to go back into my instrument list. Let's try the talking fuzz. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to replace the track that I just recorded with the talking fuzz. Now if I play this track back, I'll hear the corresponding sound. Why not? Let's hear how this finger bass sounds with idea 3. I'm going to activate idea 3 by right clicking on it, and I'm just going to press play, and both of these clips are going to play at the same time. You can record an audio track, of course. You can add some audio tracks to this by simply creating a new instrument, and instead of picking one of the software instruments, you have some options to add audio track right here. This is going to create your audio track. There's a lot of different presets. You can just use a blank canvas of a track if you want to use your Axiom 2 or any type of guitar processor that you have, or there's different presets that you can use as well. There's some drum presets, some bass presets, some guitar presets, some voice presets. For example, have a very airy type of track, you can just type on this, and now your track is ready to go, ready to record with your M-Audio Fast Track. For those of you who are more of the creative type and don't want to mess with too many options, Ignite is a really great way to create new sounds, new ideas, to write ideas on the go. And even if those ideas have nothing to do with each other, it's a great way to put in a bucket tons of different ideas and try them together and see what you come up with. I love the concept. Anything that simplifies the creation process is a good thing, usually. And in this case, it is. I really like the idea. If you want to explore something new, if you're new to creating music and you want something that is not difficult to get into and that's going to really help you be creative, you should definitely check out the Ignite system. And I recommend, of course, the M-Audio Axiom Air 61 in this case, but they have smaller versions. The Air 49, for instance, is going to fit a smaller desk, and it's going to respond perfectly with this software. I hope you enjoy this exploration of this new concept of creating music, and if you do enjoy this, share it around, like my videos, and subscribe, because there's more reviews coming soon and more lessons, and just follow me on YouTube. Thank you for following. I will see you next time, and until then, see you.